Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, April 25th. Quite an active weather pattern setting up for the Mid-Atlantic region. An area of showers will move into the I-95 corridor late today and especially early tonight. There can be a thunderstorm or two mixed in late in the day and the early part of tonight along the I-95 corridor. Another frontal system will keep us unstable on Saturday. Quite a good chance for some afternoon showers, perhaps a thunderstorm or two in the I-95 corridor. That front moves off the coast by Sunday morning. It's a breezy and cooler day setting up for Sunday in the Mid-Atlantic region with some sunshine. Quite chilly on Sunday up across New England. There can even be some snow up across interior New England later in the weekend associated with this next cool shot of air. And then next week, a blocking pattern, an omega-shaped blocking pattern in the upper part of the atmosphere will set up shop in the central and eastern U.S., and that will keep us damp and chilly for an extended period of time. It looks like there can be some rain at times beginning later Monday night right into Friday of next week with well below normal temperature throughout much of the central and eastern U.S. Well, let's first talk about this first system here. We have an area of showers and isolated thunderstorms out over the Ohio Valley. You can even notice kind of a spin in the atmosphere here as low pressure tries to form along this frontal system. All of this moves eastward and should reach the D.C. metro region late in the afternoon, perhaps reaching the Philly metro region late in the afternoon. Quite likely up and down the I-95 corridor early tonight, and again there can be a thunderstorm or two mixed in. The rain certainly can come down hard at times from this first system later on this afternoon and for the early part of tonight. That gets on out of here by late tonight. The winds tend to increase later on tonight, and then a frontal system heads our way for Saturday. Well, as far as clouds are concerned for today, as we close out the work week, this is a look at the latest visible imagery loop from the Penn State EWOL site. Right now, clouds are pretty much socked into the western suburbs, the northern suburbs of Philadelphia, headed into Philadelphia. Although it looks mostly cloudy right now, there actually can be some sunshine later on today. Certainly through the midday hours, there can be some sunshine mixed in with the clouds up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C. to New York City. But the thick clouds are now out over the eastern Ohio Valley. They'll move in this afternoon again. Showers can break out at just about any time after about 3 p.m. in D.C., perhaps more like 4 or 5 p.m. or later in the Philly metro region, and then early tonight in New York City. And early tonight it should be raining pretty much everywhere up and down the I-95 corridor with a thunderstorm or two possible. It's kind of a bigger picture look at the satellite loop right now. This is the infrared satellite imagery loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Again, some low clouds right now along the I-95 corridor, but there is some clearing behind that, so there certainly can be some sunshine through about the midday hours, but then this thick band of clouds and its embedded showers and thunderstorms will move towards the I-95 corridor, becoming cloudy for sure this afternoon, and showers potentially moving into the D.C. area after 3 p.m. and then at the end of the afternoon into Philadelphia early tonight, New York City. Quite a little spin in the atmosphere here as low pressure is developing along this frontal boundary zone, enhancing the precipitation. And again, there can be some rain that falls heavily at times, at least for a brief period of time late in the day and especially early tonight from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. Well, let's take a look at some computer model forecast maps. This is from last night's, all of this is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. First, we'll focus in on the next 48 hours or so, the upcoming couple of events. Showers later today and tonight, and then more showers later tomorrow afternoon into the early part of Saturday evening. And then we'll focus in on the developing blocking pattern in the upper atmosphere for next week that will set us up for an extended period of chilly and damp weather here in the Mid-Atlantic region. By this evening, there will be quite a band of showers and, again, embedded thunderstorms up and down the I-95 corridor, at least from D.C. to Philadelphia, shortly after this reaching the New York City region. A low-pressure area is forming right now in the Ohio Valley, and that will kind of enhance the precipitation amounts later on this afternoon and this evening. A pretty healthy little system coming through, so there can certainly be some brief heavy downpours associated with this system late today and the early part of tonight. Now let's jump ahead 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for Saturday morning. By this time, the rain will be just about ending in the New York City region, and you would think it looks like it might be a clear afternoon, but now there is another frontal system right in this region right here, and that will keep us unstable, very likely creating some more shower activity during the afternoon hours in the I-95 corridor, perhaps even a thunderstorm or two. Let's now jump ahead to the Saturday evening forecast map. And here it is, that frontal system setting up shop right over the I-95 corridor tomorrow evening. Again, bringing another round of showers and some embedded thunderstorms into the I-95 corridor during the afternoon and the early part of Saturday evening. And then it turns breezy and cooler behind it for Sunday. Let's now jump ahead to the Sunday morning forecast map. And here it is by Sunday morning, just a cool day, breezy day with dry conditions here in the I-95 corridor, some stiff northwest winds, and it'll be well below normal with high temperatures, definitely 5 to 10 degrees cooler on Sunday as compared to Saturday. Notice up here across New England, especially interior New England, some precipitation in cold air. Would not be shocked to see some snow later Saturday night into the early part of Sunday up across interior New England this weekend, as yet another chilly air mass invades the northeastern part of the country. Well, let's now jump ahead to the downright ugly outlook for next week. It looks like a blocking pattern will develop in the upper part of the atmosphere. This is the upper level, the 500 millibar forecast map for Monday morning. Then we'll look at Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, just focusing in on the upper levels. 500 millibars, about the middle part of the atmosphere, 18,000 feet or so. Low pressure, high pressure, and low pressure. This sets up what meteorologists tend to call an omega-shaped blocking pattern, because indeed the wind flow kind of replicates an omega, the Greek letter omega, and this is a very slow moving weather pattern, not too atypical for the month of April. And what it means is whatever weather develops in your particular area, you may very well have it for an extended period of time. Indeed, it looks like a chilly and damp period, an extended period of chilly, damp weather for much of the central and eastern U.S. next week. Very well could have a threat for rain in the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City from later Monday night right into the day on Friday. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday promise to be well below normal temperature-wise, with high temperatures confined to the 50s in most locations. It could be cold enough in some parts of the upper Midwest for some snow to even mix in with this extended period of chilly, damp weather setting up for next week. This again is the Monday morning forecast map. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours to Tuesday morning. And here's the forecast map for Tuesday morning. Not a heck of a lot of change. Low pressure in the upper part of the atmosphere, high pressure over Canada, low pressure off the East Coast. Still a rather omega-shaped pattern in the flow in the upper part of the atmosphere. Very slow moving, an extended period of chilly, damp weather for the eastern half of the nation. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours to Wednesday morning. And here it is, Wednesday morning, hardly any change. Still low pressure, high pressure, and the low pressure off the East Coast. Still the omega-shaped pattern in the flow in the upper atmosphere. In other words, a very extended period of chilly, damp weather. This is Wednesday morning. 48 hours earlier, the upper air pattern looked like this. Hardly any change in a 48-hour period. Definitely setting up for a blocking pattern throughout the eastern half of the nation next week, with an extended period of chilly, damp weather. So 3 different possibilities of rain over the next several days here in the I-95 corridor. One late this afternoon, early tonight. A second system coming through tomorrow afternoon into the early part of Saturday evening, and then an extended period from perhaps later Monday night right into the day on Friday, and It'll certainly be well below normal temperature-wise next week. So stay tuned to the SIweather.com for any updates later today or this week. And I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul.